Hello and welcome to my video on Epic Auto Towers, a game that is at the moment really big in hype, even though it's only a demo and very early access. You can find it on the Steam page. Here we have it. It's free, so no costs for you. And as I said, it's just a demo, so there's not that much content, but the little bit of content that is there is very addicting. So I wanted to show you the game and yeah, wanted to play around with you. This is your first screen. Here you can select one of three towers. The first one would be the Royal Tower, second one Inferno, third Necromancer. At the moment, since it's a demo, only the Royal Tower is active and each of the towers have special starting towers. In this case, the chest tower. We don't know what the starting towers would be for the other two options, but we can expect, or I think we can expect, multiple starting towers for each of the other options of towers. Then we can start again. Normally we have no starting bonus, at least for the first time if you're playing. The more rounds you survive, or the more options you get for starting bonuses. To get the best new experience, I just choose the first option because it doesn't have that much impact on the game. So this is our game screen. Not the best graphics, but they're functional. And even though it's very simplistic, it doesn't look bad in that case. Here we have our main tower. It has 1 attack and 5 hit points. We try to protect it, so if it gets destroyed, we will lose the game, and we have 3 lives. So this tower can be destroyed 3 times, and after the 3rd time, it's game over. On the bottom, we do have our shop, which multiple towers that we can deploy in the slots that we can see here barely when I hover over the towers. Let's see, they're limited. So the choices of the towers you make have a high impact, and even the position of the towers where you put them can have an influence on other towers and boni and everything. So it's really important to know where you place your towers. For example, as Royal Tower, we have in the first round, we have the chest tower in our shop, which if it's placed right next to the Royal Tower will give 2 gold per round instead of only 1 gold. And as you can also see, this tower was a little bit more costly than the other ones. The other ones all cost 3 tower, with the exception of that one. That you can see the rarity of the towers have an influence. Normally the common towers have a little bit less power, but are your basic towers, and the uncommon one and the rare ones later, they are really, really powerful towers with different mechanics that you can play with. Like I said, you can see the attack points and the hit points, and each round there will be a wave of monsters coming from here that will attack our towers. If the hit point of the towers is depleted, they will die and will respawn in the next round. But if our Royal Tower dies 3 times, game over. So now we try to find a good way to make our defenses. For example, we have 3 times the ladder tower, we have the mosquito tower, the milk tower, and the dice tower. I'm not that stoked on the choices this round, so we want to reroll. As you can see up here, we have the gold, and here's our reroll button. And each time we click reroll, it will cost us 1 gold, but it resets the shop. Here we have a whole different amount and different set of towers. And one I really like is the glass tower, for example. We will take that and place it here. That's a tower with very little HP but high attack, and each round, end of the round, it does increase its own attack power by 1. And also, if it gets destroyed, it does give 20% of its attack power to the Royal Tower, so that one is more aggressive if monsters come through. We don't have enough gold anymore for buying another tower, because they all cost 3 gold, so let's go for the first turn. Those are the monsters that are just running against our tower, and I think we will lose the first round already, because, well, the chest tower is more of an econ tower and not really good at defending, while the glass tower is only, it does kill 1 enemy normally, but nothing more. And we had to reroll one time, so... But now we have different choices. For example, the Thief Tower, if placed next to a chest tower, it does give gold and it traps the chest, so the chest has more attack power. And also, as you can see up here, we have levels. Those levels indicate the strength of the tower, and we can obviously level them. The Royal Tower does level automatically each round 2 XP, but for the other towers, we want to buy basic tower and just place it on the other tower. At first, there's no difference. It doesn't get stronger immediately, but it gains experience, 5 experience points per buying of the basic tower. And if you buy 2 of them, we have a level 2 tower, which is way stronger because it does increase its own damage by 2 each round instead of 1, and it grants 30% of its attack damage instead of only 20% to the Royal Tower. So now we have a stronger glass tower. We have a little bit better defense because the chest will get trapped, and we have a little bit of better econ. Next round. Sadly, we don't have a fast forward button or anything like that, so the rounds can be very slow. And to make it easier or a little bit easier, the first few rounds there's only one attack wave, while as soon as level 2 Royal Tower happens, there will be 2 waves. Now I'm not stoked on that choice of towers again, but we can use the Iron Tower, which has a unique ability. If it gets level 3, it will get 75 HP, which is quite a lot. And here we would have another uncommon one, the Frog Tower. For each mosquito, it gets stronger, or for a level 3 mosquito tower. But I'm really not stoked. Still, here, what we could do is use the Snake Tower. The Snake Tower is really nice. It does poison the enemies, and the attack they do is reduced by the number of poison. And the level 1 Snake Tower only does apply 1 to 3 poison, so it does reduce only the attack power by 2 to 3, but it also takes that much more damage. Quite nice. And as you can see now, as soon as the enemies spawn, they have varying amounts, 2 or 3 amounts of poisoning, and they don't even have attack power in that case in the early rounds. So it's really a good early game tower. Here we have one of my favorite towers, the Guardian Tower. If it gets destroyed, all the other towers get temporary bonuses on HP and attack. So I like that a lot, and so we use it in the first row, because in the last row it would be useless, since if it gets destroyed, no other tower gets to benefit of its boosts. But if it gets destroyed first... So next round, I think this is the last round, which is only 1 wave. And now we have another set of choices. Let's level up the Thief Tower and the Iron Tower. Sometimes it's worth to keep the gold. This time we roll 1 more time and we can go for the Guardian Tower. Now we didn't level up any tower, but hopefully next round we can buy more and level them up. Now there should be 2 waves. Yes, this is the second wave. I think we survived it relatively easy. And it's done. And now the Royal Tower has had a level up. So we can choose an upgrade, in that case 1 of 5. First one would be more stats for the Royal Tower. A random tower gets upgraded. More econ. We have 1 more choice in the store. And we can remove a tower up to 3 times. I like econ personally, but every choice is really valid. Econ in that case helps us to go over 10 gold, because sometimes we have the chance to have an uncommon one or even a rare tower, and the rare towers cost 10 gold. So as soon as they appear and I only ever generate 9 gold, well, can't buy them, and that would be a shame. Now we have another Thief Tower that gets to level 2. The bonus for the chest gets increased, and we get a little bit more econ even at the start. Next round, the poisoning still helps a lot. First wave is shattered on the first 2 or 3 towers, which is nice. And the second one doesn't even get to the Royal Tower. soon. In that case, here's the Hydra Tower. That's one of the rare towers that costs 10 coins. And in that case, we could buy it. Maybe we can even do that. But now it's a little bit late in the game, and the Hydra Tower is relatively special. You need to build around it, and we don't have that much space anymore. We only have 3 towers. Same for the Bear Tower, because it's best used in combination with another tower. So we will get to that maybe in another video. I upgrade the Thief Tower and the Iron Tower and can reroll one more time. Here we would have the Obsidian Tower, which is also broken because it gets all temporary bonuses permanently, which is quite OP if you can build around it, for example with multiple Guardian Towers. But in that case, we didn't have that many Guardian Towers, so it would be a waste to buy it now. And we don't have that many temporary bonuses. But we have the upgrade for the Glass Tower, and we can increase the experience level of our Iron Tower, which is great. So we use that. Let's see if we can find a nice way to increase our output. Now this is the second wave. We should have no problem with it. And that's done. Now we can increase our Glass Tower again. I will now go a little bit faster. That would be the Cow Tower, which is very interesting if you go on milk and cats, but we don't do that at the moment. And now the question is, yeah, Iron Tower would be important. The HP that it gets at level 3 hopefully help us with the first boss, because there are 2 bosses. And the first one will be here very soon. I think the next level or even the one after. That was relatively close. One more creep and we might have died. Yeah, I think around 10 or 11 boss will appear. Now the Iron Tower. And as you can see, we got 75 HP, quite a lot. And with the bonus of the Guardian Tower, he also gets a little bit of attack. So the more the enemy runs into it, the better. Also our Thief Tower gets upgraded. Now it gives 3 gold per round and traps the chest for a little bit more damage. Yeah, let's upgrade our... Sadly, we don't get that many Guardian Towers at the moment and no interesting towers for here. But as soon as the boss appears, the round after the boss, you will see there is a special shop. And now, for a bit, Iron Towers are a perfect defense because no creep will get this down. This is the first boss. There's a specialty with her, that the boss damage is equal to its boss HP. So each time we damage her, he will get weaker, which is awesome. We will need that because 100 attack is very high at the moment. We'll one-shot every tower. So what can we do? We could have a builder tower, but we would need level 4 towers and above, which we don't have. We might have soon the glass tower, but I don't think it's worth it at the moment. We would need to have a better build for it. Also the Thief Tower to upgrade him that much. Let's see. Finally, Guardian Tower for level 2 Guardian Tower. Glass Tower. Hopefully we'll get one more Glass Tower. This is a Slime Tower. That would have been awesome earlier as well. But I hope for a Glass Tower. One more Glass Tower, come on, please. 2 more chances, 1 more chance. We won't get a Glass Tower, sad. But here we would have a Butler, another rare tower. So hopefully we will survive the first boss. Okay, 2 hits from that, 31, 20. Okay, that was very close, but we got it. After the boss is defeated, we will get a choice of rewards. We would have 1 tower will get a level. Quite nice. It might be worth it for very high level towers because then you will need to put a lot of gold into it to level it up. All towers gain temporary 5 damage and 5 HP at the start of the battle, which is awesome in combination with Obsidian Tower, but in that case, maybe not. And if a rare tower receives milk, the tower gains 2 damage. Rare tower costs 1 gold less, and every 3 turns, each tower receives milk. This is very good with the milk tower. Let's go for the construction token and hope for... We can only use it once, which is sad. But we can search for a good rare tower. Because now, after the boss, the shop will be only rare towers, and I want Princess Tower would be an idea that gives experience to all towers around her. Maybe we should do that. No, I want the Butler Tower. I like the Butler Tower. He gives permanently 2 HP and 2 damage for the tower left to it, and it gains double experience from all sources. So if we put a princess next to it, instead of 2 experience each round, she will get 4, or he will get 4 of it next round. Now we have, after the boss, we have a transition to another area, maybe to another season, maybe. That could be fall or maybe even winter. So we can upgrade our snake tower, which is awesome. 4 to 6 poison each round. And let's see, we can upgrade our glass tower. Awesome. Same for the guardian tower. Now only 4 gold. Oh, now, since we have it level 4, let's make it level 3. Level 2, now we'll make it level 3. That could be good. Let's see, I haven't used that one in high level at all. Now we have stronger creeps attacking us, but we should still be fine. Let's upgrade our guardian tower and our glass tower. Ooh, 3 guardian towers, that is awesome. So more guardian tower. Now he's level 3. Okay, no more gold, so next round will be a little bit faster. They still all get poisoned. They still all don't do that much damage, thankfully. And we are level 3 with our royal tower. So what should we do? Now it would be interesting to have more rare towers. So my choice in that case would be a random tower in the store gets its rarity upgraded. So we have a little bit higher of a chance for example, another butler tower or another snake tower. None of them are interesting for me, so let's reroll. Horse tower is also interesting, but I want very specific ones here. Sadly, that won't be the case. Let's save this money. Because if I would reroll, then it would be at 9, and then another butler tower or a princess tower or something like that would, if it would appear, it would be just frustrating. So let's not do that. Now, the mobs aren't that strong since they are poisoned. So our relatively weak, there's a battler tower, perfect. Our relatively weak defense for that level still can cope with it. Now, a level 2 butler will give double the permanent bonuses of the level 1 butler. So every round 4 HP and 4 damage for that one. And let's go for level 4 guardian tower. I don't think we should go level 5 because the cost benefits is not that high. So go for the next round. Sadly, the glass tower gets destroyed in the first hit, but happens. Okay. I'm a little bit worried because there will be a boss soon. Now, should I go for the next level of snake tower? Let's do it. Let's hope for a level 4 snake tower. Let's roll. Glass tower. Glass tower is worth it. Oh, and here would be the slime tower. It's very late, but let's do it. The slime tower is very special because as you can see, as a 10 cost tower, it only has 1/1 as attack and HP. But at the start of the round, it will eat the tower to the right of it and gain its HP and attack. So on next round, we won't have an iron tower anymore, but our slime tower will have 6 attack and or 7 attack and 85 HP. So and now we can feed the slime tower each time. And another thing for the iron tower, if it gets permanently removed, its HP will be distributed on all other towers. So we get twice the bonus of it by letting the slime tower eat it. Now, one of the better towers to get eaten by the slime tower would be the ladder tower and the glass towers. The iron tower is okay as well because it gives 5 bonus stats. The ladder tower does give 6 for 3 gold. The iron tower is only worth it if it's already level 3, in my opinion. But can always change it. The interesting thing is with the ladder tower, it's always worth it to increase the level, because every other ladder tower on it will make it one more level. So if I find another ladder tower, hopefully, maybe here, it will be level 3. Let's go for the ladder tower. Now you can see each 3 gold will give 6 points of stats anyway. So ladder tower is a very good tower to feed to the slime tower. Other choices would be glass tower, because it will also give 6 stats, 5 attack and 1 HP, and also the Hydra tower, because it will give 18 points of stats for 10 gold. So it's not as good as the ladder tower, for example, but it costs a lot more gold. You only have one chance to feed it per round for level 1 slime tower. So now I could go for the princess tower. The princess towers in between them will level the slime tower and the butler tower, and the butler tower gets double experience from our sources. We don't have that many rounds anymore, but yeah. I will feed the iron tower because the other choices would be worth, and I don't want to roll. The saving money approach would be a little bit better in that case. And as you can see, the slime tower is very healthy and has a decent amount of attack already. So should be able to defend us for a while, or at least weaken everything so that at least our royal tower survives. Now, can give butler tower another level. Next level he will be level 3. So next round he will be level 3. Now the question is, should we invest our last 5 gold for 9 stat points or 3 for 6? I think it's more worth to invest the 5 in that case, because we can't do with 2 anyway, and we don't know the chances what happens next round, and we want to make it as strong as possible for the next boss. So let's see. This is also not an optimal way to build the towers. It's just what we happened to build now. The slime tower is very effective, for example, in combination with the bear tower. This is the second boss. A lot of HP, decent attack, but it's not that high. Problem is, each time it hits, it gains 5 HP, which should still be fine. I don't think we should go for the snake tower. We might be able to increase the glass tower. Hopefully we'll get 2 glass towers, or 1 glass tower. Please 1 glass tower. Please 1 glass tower. Unlucky. There was a glass tower, but it got upgraded by our choice of improvement of the royal tower. That is sad. Now other rerolls don't really matter anymore because I can't buy anything, even if I hit a glass tower. Sadly, we don't have a level 5 glass tower, but let's see if we can beat the last boss, because afterwards the demo ends. So this is the last boss in the demo. And it's off to a good start. 300 HP. I don't think we can do that. Nope. So we lost. When the boss comes through to the royal tower, you lose automatically. If he destroys the royal tower, it's not automatically lost. If he attacks it, he can get defeated by the tower, but if he destroys it, it's game over. So sadly, we didn't win our first show round, but I hope you could see the potential of this game, and it's a lot of fun and it's very addicting to play. So if you want to play it as well, just search for the Epic Auto Tower Battler, I guess. And here we have it again, and the demo is free to download. Hopefully, or I think it's only one person that publishes it himself, will update it relatively regularly. But since there's a lot of hype behind this game, I think you will do that. So I hope you had fun and see you next time.